The following is a Comfortably Zoned Radio Network production.
We are back. Lenny Randle's Hot Corner. I've got the man right here. He's Lenny Randle. What's happening, my friend?
Right now we're at Los Angeles Staples Center area at the convention. I'm with Bugatti, NFL player, Cardinals football player. We're with, what's your name?
Krishan Johnson.
Krishan Johnson. We'll be posting this on the internet for all 55 million people. Your name is? Those are two football players as well. I got an Arizona State potential.
Cannon Davis.
6'3", 240. No, 600. I'm gonna be honest. Well, I'm gonna guess 205 or 195, right? He's the same size as Bugatti. He's in 15, 16, 16. And your name is?
John Ted McLaurin.
And what position do you play?
Defensive end.
3.5 GPA for Menity. And our last guy is Jalen, who's 6'2". Keep going. 145. What position?
Point guard.
All right, we're live, Ralph. So these guys are at the College Expo here, and they all want scholarships. There's 70 colleges here. And I'm sure you have a question for our NFL guy and our future stars. Fire away, Ralph.
Here's my question to you, Lenny. What do these guys all have in common?
They all have in common education first, football and sports second, our family second, and third, sports. But they're good human beings and good athletes, and they deserve a chance to go global.
That's all I wanted to hear. That's beautiful. Good kids going forward, getting a chance. Nice, Lenny.
Thank you. I have an NFL guy I'm going to talk first because he was once in middle school, junior high, and all that. Bugatti, UCLA graduate, Hall of Fame DB, right? Go ahead, Ralph.
Yes.
Michael.
Hey, Ralph, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. Basically, today I was just really telling the kids they got to apply themselves and get up and take the steps to put themselves in positions to have opportunities like this one right here.
Okay, now what opportunities did you take advantage of when you were these kids' age?
Getting up and putting myself in a gym and saying I want to be better than the next guy. So understanding what that took, which was it may be staying in overtime and being on the field after practice. It may be being the first to be there. It may be the one in the locker room early morning, early late nights, things like that.
May I ask you this? Who was it that was instrumental in setting the tone for your ideology of hard work and doing that? Was it a coach early on? Who was the first person who set that tone for you, if I might ask?
Well, the first person to really set the tone for me was my brother, Rodney Sermons. He played for USC, and me growing up, that's who I took footsteps after. So that was my first person that really encouraged me.
Okay, now when you were a kid, if it weren't for sports, what would have been your passion? If it weren't for football, maybe math, science. What was it that you were interested in and maybe still are?
Land, acquiring property, real estate, assets, things I could grow and build more revenue for myself. So that's always been one of my mindsets. So yeah, land and properties.
Nice. What are you doing to do that on a regular basis? What goes into making those plans real?
Well, right now I'm currently a realtor for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and my day to day, I get up and I go to the office and I get my workout in. I go to the office and I apply myself. That's my day to day, getting up and being there, putting yourself on the scene and making it happen.
How did your football training? How does that transcend to the business world?
It's all a mindset. If you're able to work out and you're able to dedicate yourself to a regimen, starting off, everything starts day to day. If you're able to do that and dedicate yourself to working out, you're able to attack the business world a different way. You're able to talk to people. You're able to structure things, and you're able to lead. And that's how you turn over that from football to the business life.
Tell me, what was your biggest thrill in football?
I would have to say playing in the Grey Cup, my rookie year. That was one of my biggest thrills. It's like Super Bowl. It was everything.
Very cool. There's a great, I'm not talking to you about this, but I'm talking to the audience. There's a hell of a football tradition in Canada going on. And why don't you tell the audience a little bit about how important the Canadian Football League has been over the years?
Well, it's actually older than the NFL, so they've been around for quite some time. And the love and the people, the whole environment of Canada is beautiful. The fans, their support system is like no other. I wish they had a few more teams, but it is what it is. But yeah, Canada is beautiful. The CFL is an amazing opportunity for people to continue to play sports.
Which city did you play in?
I was fortunate enough to play for the Ottawa Red Blacks and the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Beautiful, beautiful. When you think of Canada, you think of hockey. Did you play it all? Did you play recreationally at all growing up, or?
Hockey? No, I never really played hockey, but I started watching it while I was there. It's pretty interesting. I actually do like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty exciting sport. I grew up back east, and when I was growing up, that's the only place it was played. Now it's an international, certainly all over the United States. And what do you miss most about living in
Canada? The air. I have asthma, so the air is very clear and pure for me up there.
Okay. Where would you live in Canada if you had your choice? What's
Toronto.
Oh, okay.
It would be Toronto.
Why would it be Toronto?
It's beautiful. The women are beautiful. The food is beautiful. It's Toronto.
That's a good priority. If you start with women are beautiful, everything else is okay too.
Right. It can somehow work its way out.
It has to be all that beautiful sometimes.
Right.
But it is in a lot of different ways. Beautiful. Where do you live now?
I live in Woodland Hills, California, the Valley.
Okay, and
yeah.
Is that where you're going to make your home for the rest of your life, or?
I wouldn't say that's where I'm going to make my home per se, but Southern California, yes, that's definitely. It doesn't really, as far as being in the United States, it doesn't really get any better than that, Southern California. But yeah, I plan on always being on the go.
Okay, now would you give the folks out there your information as to where they can reach you in case they might be interested in talking a little real estate, finding out what you do and what your services are? Podcast radio is selfless self-promotion. And I wish you would give your website or who you work for, whatever. Just tell the folks where to reach you.
This is Brandon Sermons. I work with Berkshire Hathaway. You guys can reach me at 909-287-9472. If you're looking to buy, lease, or investment properties, you can also find me on Instagram at Brandon Bugatti. Once again, at Brandon Bugatti. And
why don't you spell Bugatti for us?
Bugatti, B-U-G-A-T-T-I. BRANDONBUGATTI. Brandon Bugatti.
That's exactly how I would have spelled it. So
right. I've had to spell with an H before. That wasn't it.
Right. Okay, that's beautiful. I've enjoyed chatting with you. I wish you all the success in the world in real estate and accumulating property and doing right by the world.
I definitely wish you the same, and I appreciate your energy.
Ralph, we got another guest, and I'm going to send you the photo of us together posted on the website. future radio show host going to be on our network and Company Zone Radio and then on the network. Say your name, and he's on for football.
My name is Nathaniel Harris. I go by Nate primarily, but you can call me what you want to call me. I went to school at the University of Montana.
I'll just call you Nate to be on the safe side.
Call me Nate. That's usually where I go. How you doing today?
All right. This way we'll always be friends. And you can call me when you need me.
Good. I'm glad. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nate, where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, California. I was born and raised in this area. I grew up in the Inland Empire. I went to Chino Hills High School, and then ultimately I went to school in Montana at the University of Montana.
Now, how did you choose the University of Montana above, I'm sure you were recruited heavily.
Yes, I had a lot of different options. What really drew me to Montana was they had a long history of winning. They won, and they had a tradition of winning, and I wanted to be around a group of individuals and a coaching staff and a program that was addicted to winning, because I just knew that would help me out in the long run. Also, the coach that was recruiting me, he played for my high school coach when he was in high school. So it was a good connection there, and I just felt comfortable going up there. It was different. It was a different environment. I was scared, but I felt comfortable with the coaching staff and the program I was going to.
That's wonderful. Who, when you were a kid, maybe in Pop Warner or whatever, who had a big effect on you and really set the tone to get you to where you were in your football career?
It's been my brother, my older brother. I had an older brother who's about 4 years older than me. He ended up going to the Fresno State University, and when it comes to football, go ahead.
Dog, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a bulldog.
All right.
And so he was the football player in the family, and I was the baseball player. I was very good at baseball, and he was naturally just good at football. And so I've always looked up to him with the football, and I got a chance to go on a visit with him to Fresno State. And when I saw that visit and saw everything that goes on with the whole football stuff, I just chose right then and there. That's what I wanted to do in college. So I dropped baseball, I let it go, and I just followed my dreams, and it led me to where I'm at today.
Beautiful. Now, how did you get together with Lenny?
Lenny, we're here at the Black College Expo, and I'm very close friends with Chase Price and Teresa Price, and Chase asked me to come down here and talk to the kids, and he asked and Lenny's down here talking as well, and he asked who wants to be a sports broadcaster, and that's something that I want to do. I want to be on the radio. I want to be a sports broadcaster, so I jumped up immediately, like, hey, over here. And so we connected, and he told me to get with him, so that's how I know my man Kenny. So this is our second year together.
Let's stay in touch, because I have a podcast network that Lenny's on, and if that's your aspiration, you came right out and asked me, we'll see about getting you a podcast on the network, and you can produce it in any way you'd like.
Oh, I love that. I actually have a podcast now. I have a podcast called What Is Your Perspective? It's kind of preliminary, it's still new, but I do have one up and running as we speak.
And what network are you on right now?
I'm not on any network. I'm by myself. I do it for a hobby so I can just get better at speaking, understanding my voice, and just spreading love and knowledge to the world, to the people who just the people who want to tune in. So right now it's a very small podcast. Probably average like 50 listeners.
Lenny will tell you, if you'd like to come on our network, you'd be an addition, and we can make things work and get the word out there about you.
I would love that. I would love that. Dream come true.
All right. Well, Lenny will get me all the information on Facebook.
Yes, I am.
Would you ask Lenny to connect us on Facebook, and we'll take care of it. We'll personal message each other, and we'll add you to the network.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you probably hear my smile through the phone right now through my mouth, because you don't understand how much that means to me.
It's the same thing on my point. It's what Lenny would call a good deal for both teams. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I promise I'm ready and I'm focused, and I really think that I'm really good at what I do. So let's get this thing going.
Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Lenny, are you listening?
Lenny.
I'm listening, bro. I'm right here with kids from Menifee High School, Heritage High School, Menifee, and I have three girls that are going to take over the NFL Network, and their names are, tell them.
Justina Sarkody.
From Heritage High School.
From Heritage High School.
Majored in what? And when you go to college,
major in bio.
Bio and broadcasting. And
Marlon Bryson.
Marlon looks like a little bit of Kelly Rowland. Okay. And then
Cara Kellum.
Cara Kellum looks like a little Nicki Minaj without the fake stuff. Okay. And then we got who?
DeMar Hill.
DeMar Hill is the next. You remember the guy that's with the Warriors, number 30?
Number 30 might be Curry, if I'm not mistaken.
He looks like Curry with glasses, okay?
Who is it?
Lenny.
Okay.
All right, so who do you want to interview first? There are high schools represented here. Heritage High. This is Ralph Tyson.
Well, you pick them. It's women first.
Okay, I have it. Remember FloJo?
I do indeed.
The strength was she looked like FloJo, but she got the body of a J-Lo. and the business mind of a J-Lo. Go ahead, Ralph. You got it.
Could you maybe have reversed the order of importance when you introduced the young lady? Perhaps. It's all right, Lenny. It's all right. Very nice to meet you, by the way.
Just my school. Oh. My name is Justina, and I go to Heritage High School. When I get into college, I want to major in bio and maybe broadcasting, as he said. And I'm hoping to get
broadcasting or just broadcasting in general?
Sports broadcasting, yes.
Okay. Now, what inspired you to do that? Are you an athlete yourself, or just a super fan?
Yes, I'm a track athlete.
She's a track star.
and a track star. All those things and more. What's your event?
The 200 and 100.
Okay. What have you picked up in coaching that makes you a faster runner?
As in like technique?
Okay. How does that work? How does that improve your running?
Oh, well, so as of right now, I was doing preseason, and just the workouts and the training and, all of that, learning from coaches that have been past runners, it's really influenced me to do better.
Beautiful. And where do you pick up your desire? Who mentored you early on? Was it a coach? Or was it a family member?
In middle school, I was in Maryland, and my cross-country coach was someone who really inspired me because he always pushed me to my limit but never completely breaking me, and it really inspired me to, further my, sports interests, I guess, and, yeah, and I brought it into high school with me.
Beautiful. Yeah. It's nice meeting you. You're a charming young woman. All right. I'm going to follow you. I hope you do really well.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, my Instagram is Justine, Justine,
and I'll put it in Messenger.
.6A's.
That's 6 A's.
6 A's, yes. Thank you.
Just out of curiosity, how was that email? What went behind that?
I'm sorry, what?
When you formed that email address, what went behind? What was the thinking in that? Just.
Oh, that's my Instagram.
Okay, now I know. Okay, I don't have to be curious. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. All at 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. I'm going to see you later. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Paradise University.
All right. I'm in booth B4. I have T-shirts for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Ralph. Okay. We want to wrap it up here, or are we done?
We're done. Lenny, that was my pleasure today. As
okay.
Usually
I just gave her a Charles Barkley photo.
I
Hold
love
on.
meeting these kids, and just that they know, tell them that their interview will be on YouTube, archived forever on YouTube, and they can get the link. Put it on your Facebook, and someday when they're successful in this business, they're the ones that are going to be carrying it on for you and I and the rest of the folks out there. And thank you. Good choices.
Okay.
For guests.
Awesome.
You have a great day. We'll talk soon. And everybody out there, I would like you, if you enjoy our offerings in any way, to be kind enough to box up some lightly used children's books and take them to the Head Start program wherever you live. Kids need to read. They need to develop passions. They need to get their noses out of the devices and the games, and they need to become school ready. And the kids that are most affected by the Head Start program need it the most. It's almost like a vicious cycle. So bring some books to them and have a great day. Thank you again, Lenny Randle, and those wonderful guests you provide. Adios.
Thank you. Adios.
Gracias and
Shalom.
shalom. All right. Adios, man.